That song, that's Happy Together from the Turtles. I first heard that on Ernest Goes to Camp. Did you ever watch the Ernest series, Jana?
A little bit.
Jana.
I think my husband would probably say I've seen it here and there. Yeah, I don't know. He makes me watch all those things.
Oh, I watched Ernest over and over as a kid. We are moving on to Fargo Fresh. We've got a fresh update from last week's guest, Leola Dahl. She says, we had a beautiful day for the events last weekend and served many guests our fresh local veggie and beef ratatouille. Join us Wednesday the 30th at First Presbyterian Moorhead. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram or check out our website, heartandsoulcafe.com. Have you heard of the Heart and Soul Cafe at all?
I have not.
That was last week's guest. They are they used to just borrow commercial kitchens here and there, mostly at churches, and just show up and just offer free meals. It's pay what you can. The idea is to help people who are hungry or whatever. And then during COVID, they got a food truck. And so now they just go straight into the underserved communities and they just open up. And it's like, hey, if you can pay $10, if you want to pay for yourself and somebody else, $20 would be cool. But, if you can't pay and you want a good hot meal, just come. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. I hope I didn't just butcher everything about what they do, but
you did a good job.
That's
great.
Well, I mean, it sounds good, but I may be misremembering, but that's my memory tells me. I don't know. So anyway, they got that going on. That was our guest last week. Moving on from the Grand Forks Herald, driver shortages continue to impact. Oh no, these guys too with the ad blocker. I can't open it. There's an ad blocker, so we're just gonna have to go straight off the headline. There's a driver shortage. How about that? I got to learn how to disable the ad blocker on this thing because I bring a news story to watch and then I open it up and I can't do that. Do you guys have shortages in the hospital? Everybody seems to be short on everything.
Yeah, I think, isn't that just kind of the case everywhere you go? It's just, you might just go to your favorite place to eat or shop or wherever, and it's just a sign on the door saying, we can't find work.
Sorry, we don't have, no, we can't find workers.
Yeah.
What do you think is fueling that?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know where are all the, is there, I don't know. I mean, is there people not wanting to work or is it just that there's
you might think.
It kind of feels that way. I mean, after COVID, it kind of felt like, did we let people kind of,
That seems to be the explanation, but as I have my own.
Blame COVID for everything.
Yeah,
going on I mean, right? But I don't know.
So my explanation for everything seems to be monetary policy. So the fact that during COVID they increased the total number of dollars in existence, like they just made all these dollars. So we have all these dollars, but we only have so many things, right? So workers are just a thing. They're a resource. They're like people or buildings or houses or whatever you're talking about, gasoline, bread. It's all stuff, and you all got to buy it with dollars. Well, if you just go make a whole bunch of dollars, then people go buy up all those things with the dollars they have, and now those things are just gone. So people have the dollars, but they don't have the things. That's just what happens when you print a bunch of money. So I've heard a lot people say, I think people are just lazy. They don't want to work. I don't think that's the case. I think people are working. There's just more work than there is people because there's more dollars made into existence. But if you listen to me for any amount of time, you'll learn that the story for everything is just dollars. I don't know. Monetary policy and the Fed is all I talk about. Moving on from the Seattle Times. This one too. All right, we are just going off the headlines. The thief stole former governor's SUV as he was sitting in a radio show here in Fargo.
Did you hear about that? Out there?
Mine is. I can see it from here. Did you lock your car? I did read this story ahead of time.
Yes, however, I mean, with technology and people, I wish they could put their brain power to better work. I think a neighbor in our neighborhood has his car stolen, but locked up, but I think they use some kind of an app to get it open. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, put your brains to good.
I heard, and I don't want to disparage any certain car manufacturers, but there is a major one from Korea that some years there's something that they're super easy to hack and get in. Now, I also have that same brand, but a newer one, and they said they fixed that, and I really hope that they have, but it's crazy. You don't even have to hotwire. You just hot app it. You just hack the car.
Yeah, and I don't even know what hot wiring really is, but yeah, it's something different now. It's all technology, right?
Well,
cars are...
Yeah, I mean, cars used to be super simple. So literally you put in a key and you turn, and all you're doing is making this wire, and when you turn it, this wire crosses to touch that wire, and that would make the car start because the wires touch.
Okay.
That makes a spark. It's the battery comes and it goes. So if you wanted a hot wire car, you just rip out the key thing, and then you just take those two
you've
wires.
Done this before.
No, no, I don't know what you're accusing me of, officer. But no. Anyway, now things are much more complicated, and with the computer chips. But now they just hack into it with an app, the iSteel app. That's
crazy. It's a different world.
That is crazy. All right, we are going to go to "Hooked on a Feeling" by Blue Suede. Come back for our final segment. Look at that. It's already 50 after. Can you believe it? It goes fast. We're going to go Blue Suede with "Hooked on a Feeling."